Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone's doing really well. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Randy Gill. I'm the president and CEO of Their Opportunity, and this is Opportunity Talks, and I have an amazing guest on with me today. Our friend, he's the golden boy right now of Canadian hockey. He scored the golden goal in the World Juniors that just passed. He was a draft pick of the LA Kings. Ladies and gentlemen, with me today, Akil Thomas. Thank you for being with us, Akil.
Thank you for having me.
What does it sound like to be called a world champion now? You know, you get introduced sometimes these types of things as a world champion, a gold medal holder. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's definitely a little weird. Still, to be honest, it hasn't really sunk in 100%. But obviously, looking back on the last few months, it's been crazy. But I'm not sure when it'll sink in. But I'm just still enjoying it.
Yeah, soak it all in, man. You like my lucky jersey I got going, the vintage jersey? Yeah,
I love it.
Beauty. Well, we're going to talk obviously about the big goal, but before we do that, let's talk a little bit about the journey. Let's talk what it was like to get to where you were on that team and all that led up to getting selected for the World Juniors. Talk a little bit about that and what it took to kind of get yourself into that position.
Yeah, so last year, actually the year before, I got invited to the Canada versus Russia games, and that's usually like a good outlet to get a tryout for Team Canada. And I had a good start to the year. I was pretty hoping for it, and I ended up getting injured and not being able to participate in those games. So that was it was tough to deal with, to be honest. World Juniors is a dream of mine for sure, and obviously I had another chance at it, but obviously it sucks being injured and it sucks not even having a chance. So second year came around, and I was having a good year as well, and got invited again and had two really strong games, and felt really positive heading into the tryouts. And tryouts come, I get invited, obviously very happy, and feeling confident and stuff. And during the camp, I didn't really have a good start to the camp at all, to be honest. My first shift, I made a bad mistake and they scored. So I was like, I might have screwed myself here. But no, I just tried to stay positive. I tried to, I deleted Twitter off my phone. I didn't let any negative stuff kind of come my way. And, I just stuck with it, and I made the team. Obviously, that was, the best news ever. And my family was so proud, and I just couldn't wait to get over in Europe and play our first game. And so
what a journey, what a feeling. I mean, I think for those of you who are watching, kids, families, coaches, we all get cut, or we all have a bad game or make a bad play, and it's like what Akil said, it's sticking with it, and it's resiliency, it's mindset. And, actually I want to talk about the goal. And one of the things I want to talk about with you is the mindset, and take us back to that big goal. And maybe we'll start around the third period or second intermission, maybe. Okay. Take us a little bit through what was going on. What was the mood in the dressing room? What was going through your mind? And because we all want to know a little bit behind the scenes, what was going on with you and with the team and what you were thinking about.
Yeah, to be honest, I want to take it back to even before then. I was kind of like a fourth line player on the team, and I was substituting in and out with the 13th forward and stuff. So I wasn't playing, a ton, and I'm used to playing a lot. So it was kind of tough to deal with, and I just had to stick with it, as you said, and stay positive. I came to the rink, with a smile on my face. I was just happy to be there, just trying to be something positive towards the team and not anything negative. And obviously, those finals come around, and obviously we lost to the Russians 6-0 before. And that was the worst loss in World Junior history. So we were happy to play them. We were happy to get them in the finals. And obviously they went up 2-0 in the game. And to be honest, the locker room was very cool. No one panicked. We all knew that we had it in us to come back and win. And I think we all kind of felt like we were going to. Like, I didn't see anyone panic. Everyone was still feeling up. The spirits were good, and I actually had a chance to score in the second period, and basically my line mate and I both went to go get the puck, so we kind of took the puck away from each other, and I had a wide open net. So I was pretty disappointed in the moment, just because I my hero moment was right there, and it kind of was taken away from me, and I was just like, man, like that sucks. That was my chance to, you know, be a Canadian hero and help the team win and hopefully win the game. So really, that intermission, I was like, man, that's tough. I had a chance. Who knows how many more shifts I'm gonna get? But, you know, obviously I quickly was like, you know what, I'm not going there. I'm going to stick with it like I have the whole time and see what happens this period. And
That's awesome.
Obviously I got that shift at the end there. And I was telling myself the whole period that I was going to score. I swear, like I was on the bench saying, I'm going to score. And I got out there, and that's the only thing I had on my mind. And that's the thing I did. So I was very, very happy.
And that's one thing I was going to mention, actually, and you brought it up right away, and that was adaptation. I love the fact that you adapted your play. Actually, I was talking to your parents a little bit about that, and you know, we're so proud of you blocking shots, and like you said, you know, the fourth line player, you're not used to that, but because you became a team player, you did what was right for the team, and it paid off big. And we're really, really proud of you for the way you adapted your game. It shows. And for those young kids that are watching, you may be playing on the fourth line or third line, adapt your game, be a team player. I love what Akil said. He said, I want to bring positive vibes to the team and to the dressing room. And we need every player to play like that. And here we are in a really interesting time in society and in our world. And bringing good vibes is what talk's all about. It's about opportunity. It's about creating great vibes for the people around us. And we really believe that these types of messages will get out and encourage people. And so that mindset, I remember you said to your parents too, you were, before the gold medal game, you're like, I'm going to bring home a gold.
Yeah, I told my mom I'm going to bring home a gold medal. And obviously I just like to attract positive energy around me, and probably said the same thing to my dad, just saying, you know, I'm going to score this game or something like that. So I had a buddy actually reach out to me before the gold medal game, and he said, you're going to score the game winner. And I told him to screenshot it, and he did. So that was pretty cool.
Amazing. Well, let's talk about another big moment. Now, fast forward a little bit. Let's talk about the draft. You know, again, it's one of those moments that you'll remember for the rest of your life. And, you know, being drafted in the NHL is a dream come true, I'm sure. You can talk a little bit about that, talk about the draft. Being drafted to the Kings is pretty amazing. I have some friends that have played for the Kings, and they love going to the rink in their flip-flops and then practicing and then going playing a round of golf. It's pretty amazing place to play. But talk about the Kings, talk about the draft, because that's a big deal for you as well.
Yeah, like you said, like the draft was an amazing experience, and it's something I'll never forget. It was unbelievable, and to be honest, the draft was more of a kind of a fire starter for me. I was disappointed just because I was projected to go in the first round and ended up going to the second, but it was to the team I wanted to go to. So when I got drafted, it was like I didn't even care about slipping anymore. I was pretty happy, but you know, it's something I still think about every day, and I want to let that kind of fuel me, and you know, it's just an extra reason to go harder in my workouts every day, go harder on the ice, and just something to kind of think about. And you know, I really want to prove a lot of people wrong, so that's just kind of the mission, and I'm on, and I continue on.
Yeah, man, that's the fuel. And I appreciate that about you. You have a fire in you. People can see it, and the work ethic is there. And, you know, let's talk a little bit about opportunity. You know, this is called Opportunity Talks. Let's go back to, you know, you're not super old, but let's talk about a few years ago when you're a kid, and how opportunity that you've had to play sport, how it shaped you. Talk a little bit about the impact that hockey and sport has had on you as a young man, and kind of how it's showing up today, and, you know, maybe some of the mentors and people that have played a big role in your life through hockey.
Yeah, well, to be honest, both my parents really sacrificed everything for me growing up. They're definitely the only reason why I'm here today doing what I'm doing. And you know, at the age of 11, they moved countries for me to play hockey, and that's not something, you know, every family does. And you know, we have 5 kids in our family, so big family. And so, you know, sometimes we're tough in terms of having enough money for certain things. And, you know, obviously hockey's expensive, and living in Toronto is very expensive. So, you know, at times it was tough. And, I just encourage parents to, give their kids opportunity, because, if my parents were to just say, what, we don't have enough money for you to play hockey, then, obviously I wouldn't be here today. And, who knows what could come out of any kid. I think with given opportunity and all of that, like it just brings out everyone's true potential. And I think no one really knows their true potential, because I think humans they're incredible. And I think there's so much to us, and there's so much that we find out about ourselves through opportunity. So
Amazing.
really, I just thank the people that kind of helped me. And my parents obviously weren't the only ones who kind of helped me, but without opportunity, I really would just be, I guess an average person, and I couldn't really imagine myself without it.
And that's amazing. And a shout out to your parents, and thank you for giving us opportunity. And that's what their opportunity is all about, giving every kid across the country opportunity to participate in sport and recreation. It really changes kids' lives. It changes families' lives, and that's what it's all about. We're going to switch gears here a little bit. I want to talk about your clothing line, and then at the end, I want to talk a little bit about giving back and what you and your family do to give back. But let's talk a little bit about Zale. I'm keeping an eye on you. I love the designs, man, and it's really cool. I'm following you as well. I want you to tell the viewers as well how to follow you and follow Zale. But how did that all come to be? Like, take us through that. Like, this is pretty cool. You're have a really cool clothing line. So tell us how that all came to be, man.
Yeah, at 13, I was selling hockey T-shirts, and then it just kind of transformed into me selling Zale. We just came out with Zale in 2015, and started off very small, obviously, and just kind of snowballed throughout the years. And after World Juniors, it really took off, and it's something that's more of a job now than kind of a hobby. So I've been super busy with that nowadays, and a lot of exciting things on the go. And it's just so fun to kind of take my mind off hockey sometimes and focus on, just other passions and other interests. So it's pretty cool. What was the other thing you wanted me to touch?
Well, yeah, like let's talk a little bit. So where can people follow you?
ZaleApparel.com is the website. We have an Instagram page, and we have a Facebook page, but we're a little bit more active on Instagram, just because that's where everything's kind of at nowadays.
That's at Zale Clothing.
At Zale Apparel on Instagram, and we actually have an NHL 20 tournament coming up in 2 weeks, and I think we're going to launch it Friday. So that's really exciting. We have pretty much every hockey influencer out there involved, so it's going to be massive. I'm very excited for it. So.
Yeah, it must be hard for you to keep up right now too. I'm sure the demand's gone way up, like you said. And I see the siblings are modeling for you as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are my cousins, but I'm sure my siblings will be in the mix there as well. But
awesome.
One thing I wanted to say too is a lot of people are wondering if I'm bored right now during quarantine, and I've honestly never been busier in my life. Just because now I have the time to actually focus 100% on not 100%, but a good portion of my time to the business side of things, and just organizing stuff like this takes a lot of time. And I'm just kind of anticipating for when everything gets back in the norm, and I can kind of be stress-free when that time comes.
Amazing. Speaking of quarantine, how are you keeping active physically? Like what type of workouts are you doing? How are you keeping the body and the mind going during this time?
Yeah, I've actually been watching a TED Talk a day, and I really like those. They're really cool, really insightful, and I'm learning a lot of cool stuff. And obviously, I didn't take university courses this year, like the last 2 years, but I'm just trying to keep my brain fresh with TED Talks. But
About staying in shape, how are you working out? What are you doing?
Yeah, so the Kings have a workout program that I'm following, and it's just kind of geared towards guys who may not have that many, equipment basically at home. So, I've just been trying to grind that out. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, well, attaboy. Keep it up. Keep the body and mind sharp. So one of the things I want to ask, we'll wind it down here in a second. I know that your mom, your dad, yourself, you've been involved with their opportunity. But I'm going to ask you a question because I know giving back's really important to you, and that's a core principle of their opportunity. Every child that we support in sports is mandated to give back and pay it forward. So, so talk about why it's important for you to give back and how you do that. And then my follow-up question is going to be, how do you want to be remembered as a person? So talk about giving back for a few minutes.
Okay. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of people who gave their time, their words, their advice, their just everything to me. Like a lot of people, I had a lot of supporters, a lot of people helped me out. So I think, you know, it just seems right to, you know, when the time comes to give back to younger kids. And you know, if now I've kind of realized like I can kind of be a role model for a lot of kids, and you know, maybe a couple words from me rather than someone's parents, you know, hits a little bit different. So I've kind of noticed that, and you know, I try to be a role model every day. Like you know, obviously, you know, a lot of kids try to hit me up all the time on Instagram and stuff, and you know, I try to answer every kid I can. I get a lot sometimes, but I rarely ever like not reply to a kid. So actually I've been streaming NHL 20 on Twitch, and if any random kids are on my Twitch and they're like, you want to play against me, I say sure, let's do it. So I've been trying to play NHL with a lot of kids who I don't know, so it kind of makes their day, and it's fun for me. I have fun. I love playing video games, and if I can make someone's day while doing it, and you know, that's awesome. And I've been in contact with a lady who and basically her job is to start foundations, and I'm thinking of starting a foundation in the next couple of years. I kind of want to do it when I'm an established pro, and obviously I haven't made the jump to pro yet, and you know, I have a couple ideas in the works, and it's going to be
I'm excited to hear that. It's going to be awesome.
It's basically,
and I want you to know that I'll be there to help you as well. I want you to know that if you need anything, you want any type of coaching on that, we definitely want to partner to keep those dreams moving forward and keep them alive. And
thank you. Yeah. So the idea of it is to kind of interact with fans and kids in like a cool online way, with obviously the proceeds going towards foundation. So it's pretty cool. I'm really excited for it, and we'll see what happens with, you know, when it happens and all that.
Amazing. So if you were to sum up, you know, this is a really deep question to kind of end on, but if you were to sum up your life so far, and you want to be, you know, say, I would want to be remembered as the man, Akil Thomas. I want to be remembered this way. And I know your professional career is just blossoming, you're starting just to kind of get into it here, but beyond hockey, you know, how do you want to be remembered?
Yeah, it's a good question. I've had a lot of time this quarantine to kind of think about that and plan things accordingly. And, you know, I want to be remembered as, you know, a kid who kind of just puts his, you know, has many interests, and, you know, can affect a lot of different people, and, you know, just makes the biggest impact he can. You know, if I were to have a long professional hockey career and would have a lot of money, I would literally want to do everything I can to make an impact on like the whole world. I've had ideas of doing stuff in Africa with certain areas, and my mom's actually involved with you know, African kids right now, and it's pretty cool that she's doing that, because that's something I've always wanted to do, and maybe she kind of has, you know, my foot in the door already with that. And so that's pretty cool. But really and truly, I just want to help those who, you know, are in the need and maybe have potential and don't have the resources for it. So I just want to be remembered as someone who made a difference with you know, their status and their resources. So.
I love it. I know it's inside of you, and I know you're going to make a great impact on society. A lot of people are already looking up to you, a lot of kids, and this is a platform that you've been given for a reason. And I know you're going to steward it right. For those of you who are watching, we just want you to, you know, be positive, catch these good vibes, play safe, and stay safe during these times, and turn every obstacle into an opportunity. Thank you so much, Akil, for being with us, and have a great day.
No problem. You as well. Thanks for having me.